Hello, my dear students. Very good evening to you all. Actually, today's class was delayed a bit because it was simultaneous uh, classes were on for a couple of accounts class also were on in the English as okay. So that's the reason class was okay. So to summarize you further, today from the forms of organization, we are done with full proprietorship. We understood uh, merits, all those okay from full proprietorship. But now we are going part of it, part of the forms of business. We have also covered this some family where and let's wait for a couple of this is the time for class, important class for you guys. Course understanding. Okay, okay, then let's start. As we all know that the second form of business is joint family business. Also, basically, this is a specific form of a business organization in India. Kind of a this is one oldest form of a business. Okay, it refers to the form organized by the members of the family, by the members of a is one undivided and one family which business is lost. Okay, here the basis of the membership is per have okay, for the business title. So here is business, the head who is called as an karta here. All the business which has been taken has been done by these okay, the karta. So we will go ahead and understand features of part of a business. Also on the merits and okay, on further. For that, if you have any questions, concerns, or not, we will go ahead. Just to summarize from the proprietorship, what do you mean proprietorship? What are the limit? Okay, all those things. Further, now we are going to business. Go ahead. Got to know about it. So let's understand what are the features of P. I've just written it in a small short form. But since I take the entire page to write it, CHF business is also known your business laws. Let's understand the business of first one is the formation. So the formation here, it is very what do you say, the joint Hindu family business, there should be at least two members in the family are from those ancestral property to this. For an example, should be this act, any member who is of that business. Okay, so it is the formation, the condition of the formation is of that particular family. That is the business not require any, as membership is by as membership by birth. Basically, you're born in that family, you are a member. So though you learn the later, but now as soon as you are part of that family, you will be the part of the business. And as I said, it is governed by the Hindu Section Act 19. So this was an act which they got it this kind of a business, and that called as wherein all the rules regulations will be governed as. So the condition would be just to be born in that family, would be a part of that particular business running. There are many families like that. Bakery items have this kind of business by that family and continuing as the family continues. So this is about the formation, and coming to the next part about a liability. Now the liability of entire members except the karta. Karta is the one who is of that family. All those the business, all those transactions profit. So here the liability of all those members except karta is limited. The liability will be unlimited for the karta because he is the one who is taking entire liability. Everyone are dependent on him for anything. Okay. So here the liability of all the members except the karta is limited to the share of the property of the business. Basically, that is again being drawn by the karta. Karta, however, has an profit, all those. Okay. So the formation is done and the liability is understood, and the next thing comes is the control. Control, as I said, you very as it said, the control of the family business lies with the karta himself. He takes all these decisions, and he is the one who is authorized to manage the business. His decisions are binding on other members. Whatever he takes has to be obeyed or family. Okay, and that is the role of a karta who leads this organization, leads this kind of a business. Okay, guys, I hope because the control itself we hide again. That's the reason the liability also is unlimited on karta. Irrespective of other members, is not the same. It will be distributed, but on a karta, entire thing Coming to the next, continuity. Next feature of this kind of a business, to understand what would be, how the business is continued basically. Here the business is continuing even after the death of the curve. For example, if your CEO, Karta dies, as the next eldest member of that particular family takes up the position of the Karta, leaving that the entire responsibility, control, everything will become Karta. So the continuity of the business will be shifted to the next eldest person. The first person dies. As I said, head of how it happens business. Okay, guys. So we have already covered this part of it in the last thing. Still, I'm summarizing it. We had left it the fifth point. Just thought of first. So hope this point is clear to you guys on the continuity of a business. Say continuity, need to understand, because there are certain questions examiner asks. What do you mean by continuity? Asking from the of going into business to the understand continuity of business form of a business. Okay. Okay then. So this all were the features of okay, there's one more feature which is a minor member. Here the inclusion of an individual into the business occurs due birth into the undivided family. Hence the minor can also be a member. So it is obviously said that only you have to be an 80 part of have that rules, right, governmental rule, but that rule doesn't apply here. This part of a kind of a business, as soon as you're born in that family, you will be will be the member of that business. Whether you are a minor also, then the age of as well, right? So it is fine in this. So let's go ahead and understand further what are the merits of the first is the effective control. Why do you think that? Because there's only one person who is dealing with entire stuffs, whether it's a controlling of your business in a business, it is a controlling of your market, or a sale, or an advertising, or an want to hire someone, have a department, but ultimately to Karta, he is the one who can. Let's for an example from the financial perspective. Take it from the financial perspective. Entire budgeting done by this guy. Okay, how much, what budget has to be advertisement, marketing on sales. So the control is very easy. That is one as an end. Because what happens in organizing to the joint, the control will be on a multiple department. That department, but here it's your ultimate head who will be controlling all the activities of the business. That would be that is one of the advantage for to run this business. Okay. Then next, continued business existence. Since the death of a Karta will not affect this business, as the next eldest person will then takes up this position, right? As the operations are not terminated and it is continued. It's the same thing. Dies also, operations continued. So the continuation of business is always there. The business will not shut down at the first point, because in a sole proprietor it was not the same, right? The sole proprietor, if the sole proprietor dies or some uncertainty happens, so ultimately he has to face the problem and he has to shut the shop or whatever the business is. But here the main advantage of joint in the family business is, even if the karta dies, the next eldest person of that family will be karta, and all those responsibilities will be transferred to him. Okay, so he will be accountable, will be accountable and responsible for all those business in this family. Getting it, guys? So coming next to the limited liability of a member, the next advantage is limited liability of a member. Okay, the liability of all these what do you say? All these members basically affect the karta. Uh, Sorry, except the karta. The liability is related to the share, whatever it is there in there. Consequently, the risk is as well defined. The what even the risk, whatever the business risk, that also is being shared, but ultimately is a karta who has to take care all those responsibility and the risk as well. The liability, I'm saying, right, very limited for all these. Okay, even if you take in the partnership firm, you will learn it further. The liability also will be distributed as per the share of the what do you say, the partner. But here on the members, it is very limited, because the entire liability, most of the maximum liability of the business is the reason. That is also one of your advantage of business in this form. Now coming to the increased loyalty and cooperation. When I say you increase loyalty and cooperation, since this business is run by the member of a family, there is a greater sense of loyalty. Members are very much loyal towards one another. They feel it very proud or a pride when they are doing it, because they have created a brand, and that brand is being done by their own family, is their own. You will always feel good, right, when if many homemade goods like achar, papad, these are the home businesses which is being run. Okay, so here the loyalty in each other will increase it. Okay, will increase since the loyalty towards one another increase. So pride in the growth of a business is linked to the achievement of family. This helps in securing better cooperation from all the members. So what happens if you have this kind of loyalty in the businesses? The cooperation will be high, because you don't fight with each other, because you are so loyal to each other, because he's your brother or a sister to whom you are doing some business, whom you are dealing in a business. There is no separate department. The separate department head will be your brother only. Getting it? So that's the reason you have that loyalty, and the cooperation will become very. They will not be not, the ego doesn't take a huge space here, because it's their brother and sisters who are doing business. Cooperative cooperation will be very much high. That is one of the advantage or merit of this business. And as I said you, the fifth one is a minor member, which I have already explained you. Being a minor, even you are a minor also, you no need to wait till you become 2 years, but still you will be enjoying. Though you are a normal also, sorry, though you are a minor as well. Getting it? This is one of your biggest those though 18 is also getting it, whether it is profit or whether kind of a if he is part of that particular team, once he will be what do you say, has a right to for all these benefits which has been taken, which has to be given to him. Okay, so these way the merits of family business. Moving ahead, let's understand what are the limitations. The limitations, it means your disadvantages. The first one is limited resources. When I say you limited resources, as you all know, the joint Hindu family faces a problem of limited capital, and it depends mainly on the ancestral property. So in a business, you need to acquire a lot of capital, to be investment, grow, maybe for the innovation or maybe for the advertisement or the product improvement. You need a huge money. But in a joint Hindu family business, you are completely dependent only on those ancestral from family or the business ancestral property, what they have it. Getting it? So the limits, the scope for the expansion of the business will become very less. The expansion basically doesn't grow much. Limitation will not grow. Sorry, the business will not grow much because of this limitation. To grow a business, you need to have a money. Wherein you need to invest on the innovation, hiring a new people. But here, where are you hiring? It's all yours own, right? So if your family members doesn't have that particular caliber, wherein they need to show it into the business, then ultimately you will not expand it, right? Why do you think more companies are successful? Because they hire different caliber employees all over the world, irrespective of a family, irrespective of religion, creed, caste, whatsoever. That's the reason multiple ideas will bring innovations in the company, right? So here in this kind of a business, that is one of the biggest disadvantages. And the next one is unlimited liability of a karta. When I say you unlimited liability, that is a big disadvantage, because karta is burdened not only with the responsibility of decision making and the management of a business, but also suffers from the disadvantage of having unlimited liability. His personal property can be used to repay business debts also, even his own personal property. Now think about this, guys. If business has been done, when the profit has been done, profit will be paid. When they at the time of paying a debts, if there is a liability, so Karta has to even sell his own personal property to fulfill this, to pay the debt of that particular business. Getting it? So that is something, a big disadvantage from Karta's point of limited. Then again, same thing, the third point, dominance of a karta is also one disadvantage. Getting it? Because the karta individual manages the business, which may at a time not be acceptable to other members. Whatever karta says, every member is, they are not accepting it, because and they can't say it, they just need to accept it just because he's a karta and that's the rule. But even if he is doing wrong also, even if it's doing wrong also, it is very difficult, they can't say it anything. This may cause a conflict among them and may even lead to breakdown of the. What will happen if the people, if people, one family member doesn't, for an example, you have a head of a family, your grandfather, and there are two sons. The sons are not, the elder son is not agreeing to the younger son. So or maybe whatever the karta say, one son is agreeing to the business, there is not agreeing. So ultimately what will happen, there will be a dispute or a conflict in between them. So dominance of a karta's decision can be a disadvantage business or expansion of the business, or in a goodwill of the business. Getting it? So coming to the next point, which is limited managerial skill. Yes, that is also a very big advantage, disadvantage, because the skills, whatever they have it, it's only from the, what do you say, from this family members. If the family members have not doesn't have the skills, if the maybe since the karta cannot be an expert everywhere, right? One man can't do anything, so you need to have experts from a different department, in a different, from a different portfolio in a different department. But here what will happen, if you need an expert, you in other kind of a business you can hire from outside, right? But here you will not be able to hire as well, because you need to see it for your family members, because your family members are not that capable of doing a business, or they are not specialized in skills. So that will be a big hinder for your business to run it or to grow it. So that is one of the limited, what do you say, disadvantage that particular business. Limited managerial, they can't hire, and managing ability not have with all those things, members of the. So in other kind of a businesses, they look out for the different, for outside from the family business, and they go on. But here that is a disadvantage. I think fifth point is not, I think by mistake this has minor membership has come, not a disadvantage. A slide it has moved down here. So basically you have four disadvantages of a joint Hindu business. One is your limit process, karta, and the limited, sorry, dominance of karta. And okay, so hope you understand this concept or the form, and we will go to the next part. uh, since I have given the title as a joint Hindu family the channel, so I tried to complete all those features. Okay, so further we will go to the, so this says a gender equality in the joint Hindu is a reality. So according to a Hindu Association Act 2005, the daughter of the openers of the joint and of the joint shall by birth become a co-personal. Okay, at the time of partition of such a joint Hindu family, the co-personal's property shall be divided to all those co-personers irrespective of their gender. See guys, this statement for this act, session act which took place by, for an example, if the daughter of the member in the joint Hindu family uh, by birth becomes a members, so at the time of a partition, whether it is of that particular joint Hindu family, the member of that particular business will have a equal right to get all those benefits irrespective of the gender, male or a female. Getting it, it is equally divided. The eldest member, male or female, of joint Hindu family shall become a karta. See, even to be an karta, you no need to have a guy itself. Then can be a girl as well. So the equality right displayed here, whether it is a daughter or a son can become करता. The married daughter has equal right in a property of the joint. This is also one more law. Even a married daughter. So what happens generally here in the cultures, if daughter is married, so all his, not all, more maybe the part of the his care will be moved out. But here and will be but in this kind of a business, joint Hindu family, even the married daughter has equal right property of a joint Hindu family. Okay, so this was all about the. Okay, okay, then let's further the next form of a business. The next form of a business, as I showed it on a display, it is nothing but partnership. Here we are going to understand what uh, partnership. By the name itself says that this is a kind of a business wherein two partners meet together, have their mutual understanding. They will go into an agreement, which is called as a partnership deed. Their, their agreed terms, they start doing business, and with that agreed term, they also distribute the, what do you say? They also distribute the profit. Okay, so we will understand features basically of the partners. As, as I said, what is a partnership? Partnership is the relation between a person competent to make contract who have agreed to carry on lawful business in common to the view to private gain. Can be asked for the two marks question. Partnership. Partners. Actually, partnership is a relation between person who is competent to make contract, who have agreed to carry on a lawful business in common with a view to a private gain. Basically means a relationship between a two person, competent person who has agreed to do a business lawfully as per the agreed contract and share the gains between. Okay? That's what it means. Now let's understand what are the features of the partners. So the first feature of partnership is the formation. See, this formation is comes in every time. So you need to understand the features. If you understand, then only you will be able to write into the examination. The formation is there for everywhere, whether it is all forms of a business. There is a sole proprietor or a joint stock or a Hindu or any other or a partnership. So you need to give the proper explanation of same related form of a business. Okay? Getting it, guys? So when I say a formation here, now how this form? So the partnership form of a business organization is governed as per the Indian Partnership Act 1932. Okay, it comes into existence through a legal agreement. It is basically both the partners. How does this business starts? Both the partners should accept legally on that agreement that we are going to do so and so business with so and so share, and whose responsibility what. So everything will be detailed. What do you say? Will be written in an agreement and will be signed in front of a law. Basically, that agreement will be signed by all of them, so by the both the partners. Getting it? It's a condition governing the relationship. So everywhere there will be a condition. Whatever the partner want to have it, put it as the law. What does the law says? Basically, because as per the act, we need to go here as per the Indian Partnership Act 1932. Okay, this can be come into an existence with a legal agreement within the terms and the condition governing the relationship among the partners, and the sharing of the profit and losses and the manner of the conducting the business are specified. It may be pointing out, a business must be lawful and run with the motive of a profit. Thus, these two people coming together for a charitable person will not continue as a partnership. Getting it, guys? So the formation is done here with an agreement. In that agreement, both need to accept what, how much of a profit will be shared between two partners. What would be the conditions of doing a partner, but the motto has to be to earn profit. Then only it will be a partnership firm. If there is a partnership firm and you are doing a charitable business, then it is not called as a partnership. Just keep this in. Okay, when you are doing a partner, when you are doing a business in a partnership, intention has to be earn profit. Motive has to be earn profit. If you are doing a partnership with, with your friend or someone else, and the motto is not to earn profit, then it is a partnership. Okay, that thing you need to keep in mind. So first point is the formation, how this is formed. This is formed as per the Indian Partnership Act 1932, and it has to be, this comes into existence with a legal document known as a partnership deed. A partnership consists of all those terms and conditions act, and this business has to be conducted, motive should be profit. If even a partners are, gone into an agreement, purpose is to a charitable purpose, then it is not a partnership. That will be a non-profit organization. Understood, guys? That is a formation on the partnership. Now let's understand what is the liability. Here, the partner of the firm has unlimited liability. Personal assets may be used for repaying debts in case the business assets are in. Further, the partners are jointly and individually liable for the payments of the debts. Getting it, guys? So here the liability of both the partners. So if business has gone down, as has gone to a loss, okay, so it is a responsibility of both the partners to get money from their own pocket also, fill the debts, pay the debts in the business, to repay the debts basically. Further, the partners are jointly and individually liable to pay payments of the debts. All the partners are responsible for the debts. They contribute to the proportion to share in business in, what do you say, if there is an insolvency, for an example, due to the high, you might know, due to the high debts, if there is no profit or into business, so it will be a responsibility of both the partners to get a money, okay, and repay all those debts and start up a business and restart the business. However, the remaining partner may, if do a desire to continue the business, their basis of go it up. So the time, if the going into a loss, or become insolvent also, the responsibility both the partners, your personal money, involve your personal also, close the pay the debts of the company and close the agreement, give it. But if ever at all, if you want to restart that particular stuff, you can go ahead and start on the new. So the liability of the partner, so liability here, both the partners are unlimited. Okay? And coming to the third point, it is risk bearing. When I say you risk bearing, basically the partners bears the risk involved in running this as a team. And the rewards comes in the form of a profit, which is shared by the partners, an agreed ratio. However, they also share a losses in the same ratio, sharing the loss. So the risk has to be borne by both the partners. Getting it? When you are running the business as a team, the reward comes in terms of a profit, and that profit will, as per the ratio whatever they have agreed, whether it is a 50-50 ratio or maybe a 60-40 ratio, whatever the partners have agreed. Okay. So the risk also will be based on the same ratio. Getting it, guys? Here the risk bearing of the business also will be uh, dependent on each other, how they, on each other, and on the same ratio, what the ratio they have agreed to the distribute the profit. Okay. Coming to the next point, decision making and the control. Here the partner shares amongst themselves the responsibility of a decision making, the control of day-to-day activities. Decisions are generally taken with a mutual consent here. Thus, the activities of the partnership firm are managed through the joint effort of all those partners. Either see the decision making and controlling will be mutually agreed among the partners. For an example, if there are four partners, okay, now one partners will take care of, he will agree that he's an expert in a production. He says I will take all those decisions related to the production. There is a second partner, he says I will take all those decisions related to the finance or accounting. There is a one more partner, then he will say I will be taking all decisions related to sales and marketing. Ultimately there is a one more partner, I will take all those decisions related to the hiring people, related to human resource department. When they are taking all those decisions related to their own business, and they do have, and even they are responsible to control those department on their own. Getting it? So it is a mutual agreement between all those partners to take a decision and even a control as well. Next, a continuity. When I say a continuity, I tell you in a previous thing, it's a continuity of a business. So your partnership is a characterized by a lack of continuity of a business. This is the death, retirement, solvency, uh, or anything of any partner can bring to the end of the business. However, that remains the partner may, what do you say? Okay. So here the continuity of a business is basically lacking here, because what will happen, there's everything is been agreed by all these partners. Now suddenly there is a death of one partner, as a, then it will be a loss for them, because yes, he's not going to put an effort, which is, who is going to put an effort, on behalf of him, which was discussed as per the agreement. So the continuity will be less, the chances of getting the business shut is very more here. Getting it? If the partner retires, or if he becomes a death, if he expires, then the continuity will be go on task. But there is of course the lack of continuity is very, the continuity is very less here in this form of a business. Then the next one is a number of partners. when I say your number of partners, it means the maximum number of a partner needed to start a partnership firm is how many members do you need? Uh, sorry, the minimum number. Sorry, not maximum. The minimum number of a partner you needed to start a business is 2. More than 2, anything should be fine. Getting it? At least there has to be a 2 partners to start up a partnership firm. Okay, according to the section 464 of the Companies Act 2013, the maximum number of a partner in a partnership firm can be 100. That's it, not more. What are the maximum number of a partnership? Maximum number of a partnership firm can be 100 members in, but the minimum can be 2 as per the act. What is according to the section 464 of the Companies Act, which was amended, which was brought up in 2013. Okay, the maximum number of partner in the partnership is 100. Again, there is a subject to a number prescribed by the government as per the rule 10 of the company's miscellaneous rule of 2014. At present, the maximum number of a member can be 50. So at present, the partners member can be 50 as per the rule 10. That is also a company again in a 2014. They say it is 50 currently, but as per the section 464, which was brought into existence in 2013, maximum member can be 100. But currently, as per the rule 10, the company's miscellaneous rule 2014, at present the maximum number of partners is 50. Okay guys, so hope the numbers of a partnership is clear here. Now let's see the last point of a features of a partners, which is your mutual agency. When I say your mutual agency, the definition of the partnership highlights the fact that it is a business carried on by all or any one of the partners, acting for all. In other words, every partner is both an agent and the principal. He is an agent of other partner and represents them, and thereby binds them through his act. He is a principal and he too can be bound by the act of the other persons. So here what happens is a partner, they are mutually agreed among themselves. Getting it? Here the business carried out by the one partner, if for an example, for some reason one partner is not available in the place, so he will hand over his authority to the other partner to the other partner for any decision making. For an example, there is a mutual understanding here. Principal or agent, why they are giving this example is, so there is a one head of one is a finance head, one partner is a finance head. He has gone out to abroad for some reason. Okay, on behalf of him, he will give all the authority to Mr. B, the second partner, who is also dealing in production. So there is a mutual agreement. They themselves can have the mutual agreement and they can take a decision behalf of the first partner. Okay guys, so hope I was able to make you clear on the features of the partnership and the explanation of partnership, because just want to stop it here, because I don't want to give all those stuffs at the once, because still there are merits and demerits of a partnership. I will try to take this in the class. Okay guys, to summarize this, we completed undivided family and the features, merits, understood the partnership act, what is a partnership, what are the partners, how many matches, what are the many, what are the features of the partners, how risk bearing is done, what decision all those. Okay, with that, want to request you guys to please do share, subscribe, and if you have not yet subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe and do follow us, and any comments, even if you have a silly questions, please ask it. Okay guys, with that, want to take want to say bye to you guys. Okay, do work hard.